to the NXT Podcast, your home for weekly NXT reviews and insight.
The beautiful part of NXT is that when one dream ends, another dream begins.
Find all of your NXT news, recaps, and analysis right here. So with that being said, we only have one question for you.
Are you ready?
We thought so. Let's get the show started right now.
Hey guys, it's Jay. Welcome to your NXT review for February 25th already. February 25th already. And it is, this week was an NXT from the Performance Center. This week was from Cincinnati. And it was a really good episode, and it set up even better up in a better episode later on. We'll talk about that in a second. Hey, this is Jay again. Welcome to the WWE Podcast, the NXT review. For those of you that don't know yet, we are on Apple Podcasts, we are on Spotify, we are on Patreon. We have in Patreon, you can buy membership and get everything for free. Apple also has a free version. You pay $5 a month, or $5, a month, and you get the free version. And check it out. Like, if you get sick and tired of all the commercials in Apple and Spotify, check out these commercial-free versions. Because let me tell you, for those of you that listen to podcasts that get annoyed by the commercials, it really, if you have $5, do it. Just do it. Again, we're talking about the NXT show on February 25th. Great episode. So many things happening. And the only concern I have, and I'll talk about this more later, is Stand and Deliver is supposed to be the big show, but I really feel like now, unless they totally blow me out of the water, I'm really feeling like Roadblock at the Theater at Madison Square Garden on March 11th is going to be the show to watch, and we'll talk about that. So, yeah, this was a special episode. It came from the Brady Music Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. As always, it's on the CW at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And this show talked a lot about NXT and TNA together. There was a lot of crossover in this show. Started last week, culminated this week, and then we're talking even at Roadblock. It's going to be even more. There were four matches confirmed heading into the show, and so we're looking so. Let's just get into it. So the first match of the night was for the NXT Women's North American Championship. And we had one of my faves, as you know, Stephanie Vaquer. I always say her name wrong. I think everybody says her name wrong. But she never corrects anybody, so okay. And she took on Carmen Petrovic. If you don't remember last week, Carmen Petrovic won a triple threat match against Kalani Jordan and Jada Parker. Little sneakily for, thanks to Ashanti the Adonis, but that's okay. That's a triple threat match. There are no rules, which is very interesting. And this was a pretty good match. This is Stephanie's first title defense as the North American Women's Champion. And they kicked off this show, and it was great pace. It was a great set the pace for the evening. Of course, Stephanie did end up winning the match. No big surprise. She retained the title, but it's what happened after that match that was really cool. And Julia came down, and she came out to congratulate Stephanie after her title defense, and they have this kind of friendly competition thing between them, as well they should. They're both quote baby faces, and they are And they have a mutual respect for each other. Both of them are champions. And so they decide in the middle of the ring in Cincinnati that they're going to do what I said I thought they were going to do at Stand and Deliver. They're doing it at Roadblock at Madison Square Garden. They are doing a champion versus champion title for title match. Both titles on the line, NXT Women's Championship and the North American Championship. So, the question is, Stand and Deliver is a big PLE of the year. It's WrestleMania weekend. It happens like 11 o'clock on Saturday, WrestleMania Saturday. I honestly thought that was going to be the main event for that show. And it turns out that they're doing it on March 11th. Title versus title, Stephanie and Julia. Listen, this match is going to be phenomenal. And I just found out today that I am actually going to be there at the theater at Madison Square Garden for NXT Roadblock. I'm very excited. My father and I are going, and we're gonna see. He and I haven't seen wrestling together for decades at this point. And he loves the fact that I do the NXT podcast, the NXT review on the WWE podcast. So we're going together, and it's going to be a phenomenal show. So first match for Roadblock set, March 11th, title versus title, Stephanie and Julia, and man, I can't wait for that. So then we have after this we have the NXT and TNA liaison Ariana Grace is seen on the rooftop with the TNA's Director of Authority, Santina Morello, who is, if you don't know, her real-life father. Lola Vice confronts them, and after Grace initially tries to dismiss her, Lola Vice challenges Ariana Grace to a match tonight. So that will happen later on in the show. Then in the back, we have a little moment between Lexis King and Oba Femi. Lexis King is making his way to the ring, and he bumps into Oba Femi, and he rubs in Oba Femi's face that he gets to face Moose first. If you don't know who Moose is again, Moose is the TNA X Division champion who literally can see eye to eye with Oba Femi, which I can't see any other wrestler going toe-to-toe with him except Moose. But Lexis King seems confident that he will win the X Division Championship for TNA. So tonight we had two TNA title matches. We had Lexis King versus Moose, and then we also had the Tag Team Championship match as well with the No Quarter Catch Crew and the Hardy Boyz too. So the next match we have is Moose and Lexis King. Moose defends the TNA X Division Championship against the Heritage Cup champion, but the Heritage Cup was not up for grabs today for this night. Ultimately, Moose retained. Lexis King put up a little bit of a challenge, but at the end of the day, Moose is he's huge, he's big. Was throwing Lexis King around, and it was a really good match. Lexis King put on a good match, and of course Moose came up on top. Then Oba Femi comes out. Oba Femi came out. Now I don't know if this is a thing or not, but Oba Femi came out dressed in Joe Hendry garb, the royal blue shirt and white pants. And there's actually on Twitter, X, whatever it's called, there's actually a picture of the two of them side by side with the same outfit on. So is that a precursor? I don't know. But Oba Femi comes out to reveal to revel in the victory before making his way to the ring. Femi challenged Moose to a champion versus champion match at NXT Roadblock at Madison Square Garden, which takes place in 2 weeks. So now we've got two title for title matches, from what I can see. And they both agree to the match. So, wow. I mean, that's two matches that are already huge. Huge. March 11th. Don't forget to watch it. And Jordan Grace later then comes out to the ring to addressed the NXT Universe. She acknowledged Julian Vicaire upcoming showdown to let it be known that she could hang with them. She was then Roxanne Perez came out to make an appearance and tried to cut down Jordynne Grace, but Jordynne Grace wasn't having any of it. Jordynne Grace, she wasn't even wearing wrestling gear. She was wearing like this nice shirt and pants and shoes, and she almost got Roxanne up and slammed her down, but unfortunately Roxanne escaped. So it looks like we're looking into Roxanne versus Jordynne Grace at some point. So we'll see how that works out. Then there's a backstage moment between Javon Evans and Trick Williams. When he's backstage, he's reading through the hate comments on social media when Javon Evans tries to offer comfort. This triggers Trick Williams instead and almost leads to a physical confrontation between the two of them. But Ricky Saints comes out to defuse the situation. And Ricky Saints is like, is everybody always this mad around here? Everybody seems angry. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. And we got a backstage interview with Jada Parker. And she calls out Kalani Jordan. A pair of them have been throwing slight digs at each other for a while now. And it seems they may finally get their one-on-one match. And it was made official that next week, the 4th, March 4th, at the Performance Center, there's going to be a match between Kalani Jordan and Jada Parker. So that'll be cool. The next match after that is the Hardy Boyz versus No Quarter Catch Crew. The ovation that the Hardy Boyz got. This is the first time. They said this is the first time that they've been in the ring since 2019 in WWE. And listen, they've been doing this for 30 years, and I'm not saying they look exactly like they did back in 2000 when they were doing it, but god dang, they look really good doing it for guys of their age. They are so good. And listen, No Quarter Catch Crew. They said the announcer said something a little bit weird. Miles Bourne, if anybody doesn't know, Miles Bourne from No Quarter Catch Crew is deaf, and there was the one of them. I don't know if it was Corey Graves or I think it was Corey Graves said that it's so loud in there that even Miles Bourne could hear that. And I was just like, oh my god, did they just say that? Holy cow. But this was a fairly competitive bout. And Heights and Bourne, they had a good showing. They had a really good showing. But ultimately, the Hardy Boyz just outclassed them. And then at one point in the middle of the match, Fraxium comes out, and they kind of sit there with chairs on the ramp and watch the match. After the match is over, they come into the ring and congratulate them, and there is a surprise announcement made. Santina Marella comes out, and it says, as the Director of Authority, Santina Marella announces that he and Ava, he called her Ava, made this big decision regarding NXT Roadblock. The Hardy Boyz will defend their TNA World Championship against Fraxium. So, just the TNA Tag Team Championships are up for grabs, not the NXT from what it seems. It's not a title for title. Which I guess we don't need too many of those, right? But if you think about it, there's a lot of champions in a 2-hour show here. Even without the TNA titles, again, I think I said that. Maybe I said this last week. I know I thought it. There are 6 titles for a 2-hour show. It's a lot. Anyway, match is set. Roadblock, March 11th. Hardy Boyz, Fraxium. Wow. That match is going to be insane. I'm so happy I'm going to be there. Thanks, Dad. Then we got Chelsea Green and Piper Niven coming in the back. They had a confrontation with Zarya and Sol Ruca. And next week we're going to have a match with Chelsea and Piper versus Sol Ruca and Zarya. And that should be a really good match, too. Really looking forward to that. Then, as a result of the interaction earlier, we had Ariana Grace versus Lola Vice. Lola Vice is just so good. And Ariana Grace, she's Chelsea Light. Like half the skill, but all the attitude, I guess, to say. Chelsea Green Light. But this was a great match, and Lola just kind of beat the crap out of her. I mean, there's really no way to say it. And, she picks up the victory. After that, we have those mysterious 4 guys attacking people again in the back. Just a whole bunch of random people got beat up. So, I'm sure we'll hear more about that soon. Then Eva made some roadblock announcements. She confirmed the 2 matches from earlier. Obafemi versus Moose, the Hardy Boyz versus Fraxium, and then some. The announcement was regarding Julie and Stephanie, which will take place at Roadblock. There will also be a winner. That will be a winner takes all match. Then we have the main event, which was Ricky Saints and Javon Evans versus Ethan Page and Wes Lee. Ricky Saints was, he was all that you expected. He just is so good. The NXT picking him up was such a good signing. At one point, it was a tag team match, but at one point, Javon Evans and Ethan Page ended up, God knows where. They went into the crowd and we lost them. And ended up being really just Ricky Saints and Wes Lee at the end of the match in the ring together. And Ricky Saints, he ended up picking up the victory for the team. Can't wait to see more of Ricky Saints. Ricky Starks, Ricky Saints. Can't wait to see more of him in NXT. Hopefully they have something good for him at Roadblock. That would be really amazing. That was the card. It was a great card. I know this is a short review, but again, Roadblock is coming up. We have 3 of the matches set already. It's going to be a great show. I hope everybody gets to watch it. Again, please tell your friends to watch NXT. We really want you guys to bring in some more blood, because NXT is the place to be. NXT is better than SmackDown right now. I said what I said. NXT television right now is a better product than SmackDown. Now, if Roman was on SmackDown, it would be a different conversation. But he's not. He's not been on. He hasn't been anywhere since Royal Rumble. My opinion, NXT right now is the second best WWE product. And it's not that far away from Raw, to be honest. Raw is cooking. It's cooking. And Netflix is great. Everything about it is a great show. NXT is real close. Real close. And again, just tell your friends to watch. Just watch it once. Watch March 11th. Once. March 11th. It's free. It's on the CW from each Channel 11, which I will watch the night after. Watch it. Just watch it. And let me know what you think. Because I think that NXT just doesn't get the love that it should, and it really should. It's better than AEW. It's better than SmackDown. Tell me where I'm telling lies. And prove it to me. Let me know what you think. In the meantime, can't wait for next week. Can't wait, especially for Roadblock, Madison Square Garden, March 11th. This is going to be a great time to be a wrestling fan, as it always is in the road to WrestleMania weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to the WWE Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you don't miss a show, or head to WWEpodcast.com. And for all of these shows ad-free, head over to patreon.com/WWE Podcast. Until then, we'll see you next time.